A Caterpillar's Voice, a Maasai legend. Once upon a time, a caterpillar crawled inside a hare's house when the hare was away and set about making himself comfortable. When the hare returned home, he noticed new marks on the ground going into the caves. He called, "Who is in my house?" The caterpillar boomed out in a loud voice. "It is I, yes, I, who crushes rhinos to earth and crumbles elephants into dust." The hare hopped about, crying, "What can a small animal like me do with a creature who crushes rhinos and tramples elephants?" He soon met a jackal and asked the jackal to talk to the terrible creature who had taken possession of his home and to convince him to leave. The jackal agreed, and when they reached the place, he barked loudly and says, "Who is in the house of my friend, the hare?" The caterpillar replied in a voice that rocked the earth, "It is I, yes, I who crushes rhinos to the earth and crumbles elephants into dust." On hearing this, the jackal thought, "Certainly, I can do nothing against such a creature." And he quickly left. The hare then fetched a leopard, and he begged the leopard to help him. The leopard assured the hare it would be no trouble at all. On reaching the spot, the leopard bared his claws and growled, "Who is in the house of my friend, the hare?" The caterpillar replied in the same manner as he had done before. The leopard was alarmed and thought, "If he crushes rhinos and elephants, I don't even want to think about what he could do to me." Next, the hare sought after a rhinoceros. "No doubt, I am the most fearsome of all beasts," grunted the rhino. The rhino marched into the hare's cage, where he snorted and pawed the ground with his massive feet. And when the rhino asked who was inside and heard the caterpillar's booming reply, he thought, "What? He says he can crush me to the earth." And the rhino thundered away, crashing through the forest. Growing frantic, the hare tried the elephant and asked him to come to his assistance. But like the others, on hearing what the caterpillar had to say, the elephant knew that he had no wish to be trampled underfoot like dust and stormed away. In despair by this point, the hare asked a frog passing by if he could possibly make the creature who had frightened all the other animals to leave his house. The frog went to the cave door and asked who was inside. He received the same reply as had been given to the others. Then the frog went nearer and shouted, "I, who am the strongest of all, have come at last. I am the one who crushes those who crushed the rhinos. I am the one who tramples underfoot those who tramples the elephant." When the caterpillar inside the hare's cage heard this, he trembled. He sensed the shadow of the frog coming nearer and thought, "After all, I'm just a caterpillar." And the caterpillar inched out from the hare's den along its edge, trying not to be noticed. The animals who had collected around the hare's house seized the caterpillar and dragged him out. "What? You?" they all cried in disbelief. "I would never dream of staying in that cage," said the caterpillar with his nose in the air. "An echo like that is far too crude for a refined creature like me." And he sniffed away. All the other animals laughed at the trouble he had given them. A caterpillar voice, a Maasai legend.